Hey guys, welcome to another episode, of Pretty Positive Podcast. I'm so happy to be back for another Sunday. Guys, we are on a roll, okay? I am not playing no games. I am taking myself serious no matter how discouraged I get, no matter how much I don't be wanting to talk all the time. This is really like my therapy. So I am happy you guys are listening and enjoying my podcast. It really makes me feel so good inside, because like I said, this is just something that I just always wanted to do, and I've done it before, but I just wanted to make sure that I'm actually doing it, the right way that I wanted to do things. So welcome back to Pretty Positive Podcast. All of my socials are linked below. If you're listening on Spotify, hello. This episode is also available on YouTube. If you're listening from YouTube, go to Spotify as well. You can add me on both. I have all my links attached to my bio. So thank you so much for coming in and listening. Like I said, I am so appreciative. You guys don't even know. No matter what you're listening for, I'm appreciative of you even clicking this video. It means so much to me. Today's episode, on episode 3, we're going to talk about pretty single. I am pretty single. pretty single. So we're gonna get to it, okay? Yes, I said I'm pretty single because being single is not sad. It's not like you're in a waiting room waiting for love to come. It can be beautiful, it can be fun, and it can be more powerful season than you would ever think of. So I do want to talk about it. Single does not mean there's no opportunities there. It's just been, it's been rough for me, especially with now being a mother. So I do want to talk about the beauty in being pretty single. It's not a gap between relationships. It's a season, and in seasons you can build, heal, and learn and enjoy yourself in ways you can't really focus on somebody else. You know what I mean? What I mean by is when you're in a relationship, you do have to give some of your attention to the other person, and if you're not thinking that way, then you don't need to be in a relationship. It's a job. You have to be able to, make time for one another, check up on one another. It's really like a team effort. And when you're single, you don't have to really worry about those type of things. You just worry about yourself, your own little family, your own situations. You don't really got to worry about if someone's doing this or that, or making sure you're there for them and stuff like that. It could be like a selfish thing being single, but at the same time, sometimes it's necessary. Sometimes if you did come out of let's take me, for example. So when I was in a relationship with my child's father, that was a really rough time for me once I left that situation completely alone. And I mean completely alone. No playing, no games, no still sleeping together, no none of that. Completely left alone. I was in a period where I was just seriously trying to just get my life back on track, try to find me again, try to, set boundaries and really look at myself in the mirror. Because when you're in a relationship, you sometimes get wrapped up in a person. I know I do. And I'm very loving, and I like to pour everything into my love life, which is not always, a good thing. It's not necessarily bad, but sometimes we forget about ourselves in a sense, when you're in a relationship. So when I did become single and actually stop investing in that situation, I learned about myself. I learned about what type of guy I do want in my life, especially with now having a kid, but that's going to be a whole nother side of this story. But who I want in my life, who I feel will make me feel happy, really, really, truly fulfilled. not just for the moment, but someone I can see that I can live life with and grow with and eventually have another kid with and marry. And I had to have that time to myself to really have a vision on what I needed to do. And then I also need to have a vision of like, who do I want to be as a partner? Like, am I ready to be in a partnership with somebody else? I am not perfect. I am still learning every day. And I had to really take the time out to, fix a little bit of things that I was doing, like how I was not being, emotionally involved or not emotionally involved in like the sense of sometimes I felt like my way was always the right way. And like I said, we're going to save that for the accountability episode. But I had to allow myself to like listen more, to like be a little softer in some senses, because I always felt like I had to be the dominant one. I guess really like just make sure I was listening and understanding before responding. You know what I mean? Because I used to like listen and then I'll respond really quickly instead of just like really like comprehending everything that was going on in the situation. And I also created boundaries for myself. I realized, what I want in a man, what I don't want in a man, how I want to be treated, what I'm not willing to do, and things like that. So it did help me. This period of being single has helped me see a lot of myself and really like show me what type of person I want to be with for my future. And no, I can't say that it's going to be perfect because obviously I'm still single, so it's not like I can create my perfect person, but I do want to make sure I am on the same page with my person and we are moving in the same direction, which would be, long-term committed relationship and marriage, with God being in the center of that. And I truly believe in that, and I don't want to get less of that, I guess I can say. So it's been a journey. It's been a journey, and I am just trying my best to just maneuver through this single life. It's not like opportunities haven't presented themselves, because they have, and I don't want to discount those. No. I don't want to just walk over those, because that's not the case. It's just, I just don't feel like maybe those situations weren't meant for me. I feel like I'm just going to feel it automatically. I'm just going to know, and it's going to feel right, and it's going to flow. And I'm not saying things are going to be perfect. I want to make that very clear. I don't think things are ever perfect in a relationship, but I feel like when you know someone's willing and you're willing as well, it's like, that's all that it takes. It's a willing person to really look at you and be there for you and look through your flaws and be considerate and, still take the time to communicate. And it's not like I ask for much. So it's a thing. It's a lot. People treat single women crazy sometimes, especially when you're in your 30s. So soon as you say, like, for example, my grandma, I love her to death. She always be like, do you have anyone? Because we'll have like family get-togethers. She'd be like, anyone coming over? Anybody, you bring anyone over? And I'm just like, because it's like, I don't want to introduce people to my family if we're not going to go down the path of like trying to make this last forever. Like, I'm sick of temporary love. Like, I don't know about y'all, but I'm not about to sit here and keep going through like the dating scene, just dating people just to date them for a temporary amount of time. Like, It's stupid. It's not for me. I want to be with somebody forever. I want to have another baby. I want to be in a stable position where it's like we're just growing, we're just happy, we're feeding off each other's energy, we're building each other up. Like, I want to be, with that person forever. I don't want just something just for a good time, just for like sex, or just for like to do the little cute pictures and vacation. No, I want to be with somebody forever. I want my forever person. So society is so quick to make it seem like if you're not married or in a relationship, something's wrong with you. But the truth is, I'd rather be single than be with the wrong person. So I don't want to just say I have somebody just to have somebody. Like, it'd be so many people that will like ask me like, "Oh my God, you're so pretty," or whatever. And this is not me saying this. This is just what I hear. "You're so pretty. You're so sweet. You're so positive. Why are you not in a relationship?" And I'm just like, I just don't know. Right now, I feel like it took me a lot to even get to this state. Like, I wasn't always a super, super nice, positive person. Like, it took a lot. And one day I will tell my testimony on here of how I have got into this place that I'm in now, as far as like overall woman. But it took a lot for me to get here. It took me breaking down myself, holding myself accountable, breaking out of these toxic relationships that I've been in, and really like, taking care of my mind, body, and spirit, and giving my life to Christ. That has helped me so much. And I think now, once I do date, me bringing that in to whoever I'm pouring into as well is going to really help us elevate together. And all I'm asking is for a partner that is willing to pour themselves into me as well, and so we can fill each other up with love and trust and loyalty and respect and consideration, and create a balance and create a bond where it's like you depend on me, I depend on you. Not like depend into the case where I can't do nothing without you. Depending as in I got your back. Like, if something occurs, I got your back. If you need to talk to me, I got your back. If you ever feel like you need to cry on my shoulder, like, I'm the one that's gonna open up to you. And I just want to establish that bond. And that bond is very rare. It's very rare, and it's hard to find sometimes. I mean, everybody has their person, I feel like. And I do think that is true. And I think God is trying to get me there. But I think God is also telling me, like, you still got some things you need to work on. And take your time. And He will come to you. Or I will bring you guys together. And I trust in God and his guidance of, sitting me down and really having me look at myself more, and, not having me rush into something that is not going to be my forever, So that's kind of where I'm at when it comes to trying to make sure that I am doing this the right way, and I'm not just hopping into the next relationship just because I'm lonely, just because I'm ready to get married, just because I'm ready to, of course, to settle down, have a house, and have another child. Yeah, I'm 32 years old. Like, time is ticking, of course, when it comes to my ovaries. But at the same time, like, if I don't have another kid, I don't have another kid. It's whatever is already written for me. But of course, I would love to give the person that I'm going to be with forever, because that's always what I wanted. I wanted my family to be together. That's why I fought for my family for so long with my child's father, because I wanted my family to be together. I never wanted to be labeled as a baby mom. I never wanted to be a single mom. I never wanted to do any of that. I wanted my family all together. I wanted my kid to see a two-family household, like a two-parent household, I never wanted it to ever be this, but this was the way that it was written, and I've learned so much from my situation with my child's father, and I wish him nothing but the best, and love finds him. And it's just, I want to make sure next time I do decide to lay down with someone, that is going to be the person that I have my next baby with and marry. And it's a lot to that. Even with me giving my body away, I'm celibate, and I just don't want to just break that and not have anything to show for it, It is tough. The work you do in this season, I do want to talk about that. Being single doesn't mean you're sitting on your couch lonely eating ice cream every night. It means you're out discovering who you are and what you want, and you refuse to settle for less. That's all it really means. You're building your life so you can fill it up with the right fill it up and have the right people around you. That goes for even friendships. I just want people to understand that, like, it's okay to, like, even date around if you want to. You don't gotta sleep with everybody. It's okay to date around, fill out vibes, in a respectful manner, where you still are holding yourself, to the standard that you want to hold yourself to. But it is okay to still get to know people. And it's okay to be single. And it's been very hard for me, like I said, because I don't have so much time. I barely get time away from my son. So it's like I'm either working or I'm taking care of my son. I really don't have too much time to date. So when I do decide to date, I just expect that person to be the one that communicates to me, communicates with me, because I'm already a communicator. I'm a talk. Look, I got a podcast. I'm talking to myself right now. So all I do is talk. So since that is such a big factor, I need someone that is going to be able to communicate with me. That is the number one thing for me. I am a mom. I always have my son. I need somebody that's going to be able to communicate with me over the phone or whatever the case may be. So that's been an issue where it's like I'm not meeting people that's like that. They're not used to that. You know what I mean? And that's okay. That's why I said my person will come, and I'm praying, all the time that God will keep making me better so I can be better for whoever God decides to put in my life. Because also I got to be better too. You know what I mean? Like, I want to be, fully, ready for someone. I don't want to just put my baggage on somebody else. I want them to be like, okay, she's a breath of fresh air. Like, this is something different. Like, I don't want to ever put extra weight on anyone's life. I want us to build together, not make it harder on one another. You know what I mean? So I've been pretty single. I tried. I did try, but some things just don't work out the way you want them to work out. No, not bashing anybody. I feel like, everything is written. Like I said, I'm very, very I strongly believe on everything is written out for you. And I respect anyone that has entered my life. And I forgive anyone that's hurt my feelings. I think I said this last podcast episode. I forgive them. I hope they forgive me for my wrongdoings as well in relationships that I've been in. I was not fully a woman. I was not wise. I was a little lost when it came to this love thing. I think now I'm in the best state to love somebody. I am in the best state to become a wife. Like I said, there is still things, but far as mind-wise, I'm in the right mind space to be a loyal girlfriend. I'm very chill. I sound like I'm on a dating app. I am very chill. You can swipe left. No, I'm kidding. No, is it swipe right? Swipe right. No, but I'm in a good place right now when it comes to growth, my spirituality. I'm just chilling. I'm in the house. If I'm not at work, I'm with my son. I am pretty much a good girl. I don't do too much. But also I need someone that's on that, same wave. They don't got to be doing the exact same thing, but we both chilling. We out here just, being good people and focus on our goals and motivating each other, communicating, still got a little humor, some youth in there, still active and motivating each other. It's like I ask for the simplest things. I feel like I don't think those are crazy things. I'm not asking you to buy me everything. Like, I'm not like, I just want someone that's real, that's going to keep it real, that's going to be there, and that's going to like really like tell me, how it is, and lower their guards down, let their guards down, not lower their guards, let their guards down, and, be able to be my go-to and I be their go-to. But, whenever that comes, I respect it. I trust God. I trust, love to just reveal itself to me once again. And I'm not rushing it, especially because, like I said, I have a son now. So whoever enters my son's life is going to be a big deal to me. I want my son to have someone that, he gets to look at and see that his mom is truly being loved by. I don't want him to see any, like, craziness. So dating with a kid has been difficult because I don't have time, but also I feel like it is doable because we do have ways we can still communicate, but you got to be willing is the word of the day. Willing. Okay, but anyway, we're gonna stay pretty single, I guess, until further notice. But God bless you all. Thank you so much for listening. I love you. Take care. Mwah.